Hello. Hello, hello. Good evening. Hello, guys. Okay, so for today's class, we're going to practice with third conditional. And of course, the topic that we were studying yesterday that was about the models of lost opportunities, right? If you remember, well, today I want to show you something different about the models. So maybe that could be easier to understand the difference between them. But if you remember yesterday, we practiced with should have, right? That I told you that is expression that we use when you regret about something that we did in the past. And maybe you wanted to um, have a different election or have a different situation probably. And well, it's basically that. When you regret about have done something. And that is should have. And then could have, we use it to talk about, let's see, about a possibility and opportunity that we have in the past, but we decided to do something else. Maybe because we didn't like it, because we prefer to do something else, and etc. That's how. Now, we're going to start with third condition, right? To practice with this. So let's see, if I ask you, Reynaldo, when do we use third conditional? What do you remember about third condition?
Good evening, teacher. Last night, no, joined the class for that training in my internet no work.
Oh, okay, don't worry. So let's see. Okay, don't worry. And Nelly, do you remember when do we use third conditional?
For, no, not for las loss opportunity, no?
No, that was yesterday topic.
Yesterday, ajá. Clear conditional. mm, No, en sí no recuerdo ahorita. El concepto se me ha
Mhm.
escapado. Ujú.
Okay, if you remember, we were discussing about Mike. It was about a past situation
Ajá, past
and
situation.
was real situation in the past or an imaginary situation in the past?
An imaginary situation in the past.
Yes, exactly. So it's to talk about the past and we are imagining something that was not real.
Ujú.
Hmm? Exactly. And well, the structure that we can have is this one basically. We have the if clause, that is the condition, right? Like if a condition has existed, because we must use past perfect, and if you use if at the beginning, we use a comma, Then we put the main clause that it means the result of that situation. Like the result would have been true. Okay, this is just one example. Or in this one, you can see it better. If you had come to class, it's a past situation that was not real. A past situation. If you had come to class, you would have passed the exam. That is the possible result, the possible imaginary result in the past because it didn't happen. You didn't come to class and didn't pass the exam. Why you didn't pass the exam? Because it was not real. It didn't happen. We are just imagining something that didn't happen. Another one, another example. If I hadn't had, oh, it's number 2, sorry. If he hadn't had his helmet on, he might have died. He didn't die because he had his helmet on. Do you know the meaning of helmet, guys? What
No.
is, no?
Helmet on, no.
No? Okay, let me show you.
Casco.
Uh-huh,
Helmet. Casco.
exactly.
Ah,
That is a
okay.
helmet. That could be, for example, this type of when people drive motorcycles, but also in construction, this type of, that engineer used to use, right? When they are working, architects, engineers, all of them.
Mhm.
So that is a helmet, exactly. So we have this example. If he hadn't had his helmet on, he might have died. But was not true. We are just imagining a past activity that didn't happen. He didn't die because he had his helmet on. Another one. Let's see. He might have died. That is the opposite. If only change the position. The modification in this case is just that we don't need to use the comma, right? Because if connect both expressions, but it's exactly the same. He might have died if he hadn't had his helmet on. And it's no comma when you put the main clause at the beginning. That is the only difference. Okay, so don't forget they are unreal situations, okay? Because you're talking about the past and you're talking about something imaginary. So it's like in Spanish when you say el hubiera. That
Mhm.
is
That
the
is.
equivalent. Exactly. And well, in the last class about this topic, we had these sentences. Let's see some others examples. Okay, let's going to start with this. You would have been on time if you had left earlier, but it didn't happen, right? You would have been on time if you had left earlier. Okay, now let's see. Nelly, help me with number 2.
If I had studied, I could have passed the exam.
Okay. Reinaldo, help me with number 3.
If I had enough money, I would have bought a new mobile.
Exactly. In this case, I think in English they call it mobile. That's how they pronounce it. Mobile. Let me check. I think yes.
Mobile.
No, that would be mobile. Mobile is more mobile. Mobile. I have listened that some people say mobile, but it's more mobile. Yes, more. Okay. Nelly, help me with the next. If you
If you had invited me, I would have come. I would have come.
come, yes, exactly. And Reinaldo, help me with the last.
If we had taken a taxi, we will not be missing the flight.
If we had taken a taxi, but we didn't. we will not have missed the flight. But at the end, they missed the flight, right? That's what it means. That's why they want to say it. Okay, now let's see. We have more. Nelly, help me with the first.
The first,
Mhm.
if I had moved to go, I would have lived near the beach.
Mhm. This is a place.
Go,
Yes.
Goa o go, ¿cómo se dirá?
Yeah, that would be Goa. Goa.
Goa.
Mhm.
Ahí.
It's yes. It's located in Final Ground, India, I think.
Mhm.
Yes. It's an state inside of India. Mhm. Okay. Now, Reinaldo, number 2.
If I had studied abroad, my English would have been better.
Yes. Okay. The next one, Delia.
If you had told me about doing something, I would have come.
If you had told me about the meeting, I will have come. Okay. The next one, Nelly.
If I had had the opportunity, I would have left.
Yes. Okay. Reinaldo. Excuse me.
Mi hija fue la que habló aquí.
Ah.
Sorry.
Okay, don't
Está
worry.
aburrido porque no hay que hacer.
Okay.
Anda muy aburrido.
Reinaldo, help me with this.
Have a succeed the he will have a clear monopoly.
Yeah. Okay. And Delia, the last
If he hadn't had a passport, he wouldn't have traveled.
one. Okay. Yes, it's monopoly. Okay. This one is acquire. Acquire. That's how you pronounce. Acquire and let's see. One more success. That would be succeeded. Succeeded. Succeeded.
Succeeded.
Yes, exactly. Do you know the meaning of that? Or is new one? Succeeded?
¿Cómo se traduce ahí? Has he succeeded?
Hubiera
¿Cómo?
tenido éxito. He
Ya
had
tenido
succeeded.
esto, ¿verdad? Ajá.
O hubiera triunfado. Él hubiera triunfado. He had succeeded. He
Y se
would
pone
have.
primero el had y
Had
después el
he?
he.
Yes, we can use it like that.
Mhm.
Yes. In the third conditional. Yes, we can use it like that. Had he? Yes, we
In
can
the
use it.
conditional if?
In this case, it's missing. It's an
Missing,
exception. It's missing.
Exception is the comma. Mhm.
Yes, it's an exception, but it's valid. It's part of the conditional too. Because was a real situation in the past. But most of the time, it's mandatory to use the if, right? Because you need the condition. Okay, so now we're going to practice with those English sentences. Let's see. Okay, we're going to start with this. Nelly, help me with the first one. Let's think about if
If I if I had gone on a diet, I had gone lost my weight. The letter D?
letter D.
I
No, it's letter D. Why? Let's see. Let's think about not. If I had gone on a diet,
have lost, es cierto.
it's missing the have. I would have, yes, because it's a participle. I would have lost my way. It's the same past situation, imaginary, right? Yes.
Okay.
Now, let's see. Delia, let's try with number 2.
Yeah, my father. My father who has bought letter, I don't know, D.
Maybe. It's letter A. Okay, let's see why. Because you need have, got, but, would have. Remember that in the third conditional, we cannot use, well, in this case, the problem is that you cannot use has, right? We use have because of the structure, would have. So my father would have bought me a new bike if I have got a good marks for maths at the end of the term, like at the end of the semester. But it's not has, must be have. Okay, guys, I know that those sentences are long, right? They are really, really long. But let me share with you the structure, okay? To help you to make it easy. Let's see. Okay, I will copy this because don't forget we need this part. Sorry. We need past perfect and will have. We never change a have, okay? All the time must be have. Ese sí no lo podemos cambiar. Siempre tiene que ser will have. No puede ser will has. Y luego los verbos siempre están en participle, okay? Past participle. Let's see the next one. Reinaldo, what about this?
Oh, someone very hungry eats you breakfast in the morning. Uh, would very Lori B.
Samantha would have been very hungry if she sure had breakfast in the morning. Positive with positive
Um,
because it's hungry.
see,
Samantha would have been very hungry if she,
see, yeah.
this should be negative.
See, Lori.
Mhm.
I think so. Lady C.
Letter C,
Yeah.
sure, because if plus past participle
Um,
and would plus have,
then see Lady D.
letter
Will
D.
be yeah.
Samantha would have been very hungry, exactly. Samantha would have been very hungry if she hadn't had breakfast in the morning. Yes. Okay, thank you. Now, Nelly, let's think about this.
if you have told the truth, you would have been punished. You will, pues el letter D. No, no, no. Letter B.
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 Let's see. If you had told the truth, you wouldn't have been punished. Yes. If you had told the truth, you wouldn't be punished. Okay. Thanks. Now, Delia, let's see. If I
have came, I could have honor you. Letter A.
If I had come earlier, I would have. Oh, no, but why? With the what's the verb? Just that would be meet instead of fun. But the structure was almost the same, right? It was just the action, baby. This is confusing because the two girls are talking through the phone, right? Aquí está rarito porque las dos chicas están hablando por el teléfono. Solo es la acción. Will have meet or will have fun. But the structure, yes, that's how we use it. Have, come, and will have, and then the past participle. Yes. Okay. Now let's see. Reynaldo, what about this one? Reynaldo. If James. No, Nelly.
Estoy pensando en if James hadn't eaten so many sweets, he wouldn't have had letter B.
Letter B.
At this age.
At this age.
No.
What?
No.
Oh, Eden.
Huh?
Eden. Letter B. You told me letter
Ay, no me fijé al final en el yo me había percatado y después me equivoqué.
in the verb, exactly.
Eating,
If James hadn't eaten so many sweets, he wouldn't have had toothache. Okay, now let's see Delia. Let's see with this one. We
would have gone skiing in the mountains if it have have letter letter B.
Letter B, have snow. But the verb should be have snow.
Snow, then, sí.
Have snow. So sure.
Snow.
Because it's have snow.
Ajá.
Remember, it's mandatory to use have next to wool. Would have gone. That is perfect. We would have gone skiing in the mountains if it, and then past participle.
Letter D.
Sure. Had snow or is had snowed with
Would
ed.
have snowed. Sí.
With ed. Letter C. Exact. Yes. Okay, good. Now let's see the next one. Let's see. If his tickets, they, him in. Say. Let's see with this one. Nelly, help me with this.
Me?
Mhm.
If he had forgotten his ticket, they wouldn't have let him in. Sería hay dos parecidas. El A y el D. Ah, pero es que el D es por la T, ¿verdad? El doble T.
Mhm.
Have forgotten. Sí, el letter D.
Letter D. If he had forgotten his tickets,
They
they
wouldn't have let him in.
mm,
Him in.
yes,
Me
wouldn't
traba la lengua.
yes, they wouldn't have let him in. Yes,
Him
es,
in.
yes, es como dejarlo entrar, no lo hubieran dejado entrar.
Mhm.
Okay, now let's see, Delia. Okay, let's see. If they
If they had understood. Had understood the question, they would have answered.
mhm,
Letter A.
letter A, yes. They will have answered it. Yes. Okay, thanks. Now let's see, Reynaldo. What about this one? Adam?
Adam, um, mm, Adam would have both no has no Lady D would have both had said
You have both. Mhm. Adam will have bought a new car if he has saved enough money. Okay, good. Let's see this one. Nelly. If I
If I had a hedge, I would have taken an aspirin. Taken. Entonces es letter B.
if I had had, right, because it's the same. If
Mhm.
I had had a headache, I will have taken an aspirin. Okay, good. Let's see, Delia.
If Ron had had a vacation, he
One should be negative.
uh, if Ron is negative the first,
Mhm.
Okay, if Ron hadn't had a vacation, he would wouldn't
So the second must be negative. Because he needs vacations to travel to India. So if wrong,
But if Ron had a vacation, he would have a flown to India. He wouldn't have a flown to India. No entiendo ahí, teacher. Si él toma las vacaciones, no iría a India, eso es lo que dice.
but in this case, well, that could be depend. Let's see, because it must be. Let me check. Both should be positive.
D.
See,
D, yes.
had would have flew, but change the verb because this is past. But past participle of flew.
Oh. Ok, entonces es letter of, sí.
Flown. For me, it makes sense like if Ron hadn't had hadn't had a vacation, he wouldn't have flown to India. For me, it would be like that, right? But that could be too positive too. If Ron had had a vacation, he would have flown to India.
Letters.
So that should be letter C, as you say. Exactly. Because if you say, let's see the last one. If you say, if Ron hadn't had a vacation, he would flown to India, it doesn't make sense, right? Si le ponemos una negativa y la otra positiva, como que no tendría mucho sentido. Porque si dice, si Ron no hubiera tenido vacaciones, hubiera volado ahí. Depende del contexto.
Quítate, Puki.
Dependería del contexto. Pero así estamos bien con la letra C. If Ron had had vacation, he
Wouldn't have flown.
would have flown to India. Yes. According to the context, remember as I explained you the class, when we study this one, we could have positive with positive result, negative with a negative result, negative condition with a negative result, or positive condition with a negative result, or negative condition with a positive result. So all of them could be possible, okay? The part that we have to focus is the structure. The past participle, when you start with if, past participle. If, subject plus past participle. And then he will have and past participle. And we can add the compound. That's how we modified it. Okay, with this one, guys, because I know it's been tricky, right? Okay, let's work with this. Okay, we're going to try to complete this sentence with your own ideas. Okay, I give you a statement using if. You have to complete it with will. I will and past participle. Okay, that's about you. Be creative with this one. Okay, so use your imagination. Be creative. Let's see with the first one. Nelly, if I had been born 100 years ago,
I will have died.
okay, I will have died. Or you say I will, in this case, how would you say it?
I will
Have
died or
Die?
died.
The pronunciation, die.
Died. Died.
Yes, I will have died. Exactly, because, well, 100 years is a long time, right? So, yeah. Okay. Let's see. Reinaldo, what about number 2? If I had been born in the time of the dinosaurs?
Maybe uh, me eating the dinosaur.
Maybe? Uh-huh.
Um, ate the um, dinosaur.
But the structure, remember, I would have.
Ándale. I will have. I
Uh-huh.
will have.
And then past participle. I will have, and then past participle.
Uh, dinosaurio.
Have been, querrás decir. Sería un dinosaurio, dice.
Ah, no. What is the verb?
O sea, quiero decir, me hubiesen comido los dinosaurios.
Ah, okay. So that would be I will have, and that
I
would
will,
be I will have been
I will
eaten.
have been,
Eaten
uh, eating,
by
eating
dinosaurs.
by dinosaur.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, in this case, it's long. Okay, I will write it here. That will be, if I have been born in the time of the dinosaurs, remember, all the time will have, right? So you say, I will have. This is part of the structure. And we cannot eliminate. Then we have to use the past participle. That will be been. Because it's hubiera sido comido, right? But it's missing the verb eat. Must be in past participle. I would have been eaten, right? Eaten by who? Passive voice. By dinosaurs. Like this, okay? If I had been born in the time of dinosaurs, I would have been eaten by, to eliminate dinosaurs, we can use by them. Do not sound repetitive, right? We can modify it. I would have been eaten by them. Okay, that was a good. I know that this type of expression, guys, are longer. And that's the part that is complicated for us. Because they are normal, they are longer like the normal expressions that we use, right? But that's idea to practice. Delia, what about number 3?
If we had never discovered antibiotics, we couldn't have cured much disease.
That would be we.
We
But you just couldn't. And the structure say would have.
would have if we have never discovered antibiotics.
Huh.
We
This we
couldn't have
wouldn't.
um,
You say wouldn't or couldn't?
wouldn't
Okay, Wouldn't have.
cured much diseases. Hay muchas enfermedades.
Oh, that would be like this one, you say.
Yeah, many diseases.
Yes. Diseases, that would be disease, like this one. Okay. Mhm. Exactly. Yes. Okay. But in this case, let's see. Yes, we can use could, but well, because we have two birds, just let me check because I'm not sure. We have two birds between could and the other bird that is held. When you say could, you're talking about like a physical illness, okay? But when you say hell, could mean not just a physical cure, okay? So it's when you repair something that is not physical, it's inside of us. That's the difference. The other bird is this one, health. Okay, that is the other.
Okay, and it is the third form in conditional.
Which one?
The help?
Health.
This-
Oh, how do we write it?
yeah,
That would be health.
okay.
Yes, but let's see. We use, but it's another way to write it because it's not this one. Let me check. It's, we write it like with E. It's missing letter E. Like this. Held it. Held it. Okay. Held it. And cured. We have two verbs. Vaya, tenemos los dos verbos. Los dos significan curar. Cure, aquí está en pasado, ¿verdad? Pasado participio. Y held it también están en pasado participio. Que el pasado simple es igual. La diferencia entre ocupar cure y held it es de que cured es cuando estamos hablando como de curar algo físico, como una herida, un raspón, algo así. No lo podemos tocar, lo podemos visualizar. Entonces, ese es con cure, como le voy a curar la herida, así.
Ujú.
Y luego health, que sería held it, aquí, held it. No, solo sería health. Perdón, ahí es health. Ahí sí estamos hablando más de algo por dentro, digamos, como reparar una enfermedad que no es tangible. Mm.
Ah,
Sería como sanar en lugar de curar.
ah,
Ujú.
de
That's-
acuerdo.
Tenemos los dos verbos, pero es ese. Esa es la diferencia. Ajá. Pero sí, we wouldn't have, en este caso sería mejor heal, ¿verdad? Porque estamos hablando de antibióticos. Health many diseases. Yes. Okay, good. Now let's see, Nelly. What about number 4?
If perdón, if my grandfather had never met es verdad.
Met.
Ujú. I wouldn't have born.
Born. Uh-huh. I wouldn't have born. Exactly. Yes. That's true. Okay. Now let's see, Reynaldo. What about number 5?
If we had never invented car, I would have traveled other country.
That would be we. We wouldn't have.
We wouldn't have traveled other country.
Yes. Travel to other country. Exactly. Yes. Very good. Delia, what about 6? If my parents have named me something different.
Then, if my parents have named me something different, I would have I will have I don't know. No.
I will have
have
another
another person, another
name.
name.
Uh-huh. Yes, because it is talking about your name. If my parents had named me something different, I would have, and then the past participle, have. I would have had. Huh?
Naming something different. I would have had another name.
Uh-huh, exactly. I would have had another name. Yes, a different name. Exactly. Yes. Okay, good. Now, Nelly, what about 7?
If I had never studied English, I wouldn't have New York, perdón. Job, ¿cómo es?
Job, sí.
Ajá.
I
I wouldn't
uh-huh,
have a New York.
okay. But it's missing the past participle. I wouldn't have.
I wouldn't have, es cierto, a New York.
Uh-huh. I wouldn't have had. Two.
No hubiera
Have
tenido, es cierto,
and have.
ajá, es cierto.
Uh-huh. Have, and
A New York.
New York. Exactly. Okay. Now, Reynaldo, what about 8?
If human had never been to the moon, I wouldn't have know the things the other planet.
I wouldn't have. But what is the past participle? New or known?
New.
That would be known. I
No.
wouldn't have. That is known.
No.
Yes. Known. Like this. I wouldn't have known.
I wouldn't have known. Have all the things other other planet.
Yes, exactly. Okay, good. And Delia, what about number 9?
If Captain Cook hadn't traveled to Australia, he wouldn't have discovered Australia.
He wouldn't have discovered, yes, Australia. Okay, good. Yeah. Yes. In this case, it's pronounced like Australia. Australia. Como es Austra para nosotros, ¿verdad? Australia. Para ellos se le vuelve Australia.
Australia.
Yes. Okay, guys. So that was the speaking part, like the one to complete it, right? As you can see, when you practice with many sentences, it becomes easy for you to create the structure because that is the idea, to memorize the structure that we have to follow, right? If I have been, if I, and then past participle, right? If I had studied, if I had invented, if I had named and then the would. I would have is always using the structure. I would have and then past participle. That's the part that we don't have to forget about. And before to finish, let's see. Let's figure out how to complete this. Okay, those are short, but it's the same. The past part, the third condition. If I had been messy, let's see, Reynaldo.
Yes, I have missing. Uh, I will, I will have. Lady C, I will have won a little cup.
I will have won a lot of cups. Exactly. Okay. Nelly.
If Tom had had a lot of money, si él hubiera tenido mucho dinero, he, sería he would have bought a new house. Letter B.
He will have bought a new house. Exactly. Letter B. Okay. And Delia. If Susan had been a pilot,
She would have traveled traveled around the world. Letter A.
she will have traveled around the world. Yes. Exactly. Let's see one more. Reynaldo.
It's my former living in Brazil. They speak Portuguese. Lady B, they would have spoken Portuguese.
They will have spoken Portuguese.
Portuguese.
Yes, it's Portuguese. Okay, and let's see, Nelly.
If I had been a guitarist, I would have played in a band. Letter A.
I will have played in a band. Okay, good. And let's see the last one. Delia, help me with this.
If Sarah had been a teacher, she would have taught maths.
It's B, exactly. She will have taught maths. Okay, very good, guys. So, remember, we use the third conditional, right? To talk about real situations in the past, imaginary situations that never happened. Okay, so it's when you regret about something most of the time. It's, don't forget, it's the equivalent for Spanish to say el hubiera. Okay, we cannot modify it. We are just imagining what could have happened in the past. But it's not. It's not a possibility anymore. Okay, and well, that will be about today's class. Everything about today. And my advice with this topic is try to not, let's see, translate it in Spanish. Because when you try to translate it in Spanish, that becomes difficult for us. Because it's a sentence that is too long, right? So when you are translated into Spanish, that is the part that confuses us. And that's why we feel that it's difficult. But it's not. Just don't forget the structure, okay? Memorize that structure and that's easy. As I told you, when you were practicing with this expression, that was easy for you because you were repeating the same structure. So you knew how to do the sentences in the correct way. Okay, so 2 advices. Try to practice a little bit more with third conditional by your own and do not translate the sentences, okay? Try to avoid the translate your sentences into Spanish, okay? When you are doing this. Okay, guys, so we're going to stop here for today. Thanks for joining, and I will see you on Monday.
Okay.
Teacher.
See you the Monday.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye.
You're welcome. Bye bye. Have a great weekend.
You too.
Thanks. Bye bye.